It's been almost a year since our school district experienced the first of many monumental changes in response to the coronavirus pandemic. Then things were just ramping up. Now they're scaling back, at least in some cases. One thing has not changed. The decisions that must be made have not gotten easier. To our students, families, and employees, I want you to know that your extended patience and cooperation, even when you may not have agreed, has made all the difference in helping keeping our schools open. Now I need to ask you for just a little bit more. As we look forward to the year-end activities that we missed last year, we want you to be there, to see the accomplishments and the progress of your child. We also want to ensure as many students as possible can take part in celebrating these milestones. Even though the governor's executive order lifts the statewide mandate on March the 10th, the CDC's quarantine guidelines, which the Texas Education Agency and local health officials say school districts must follow, have not changed. Here's what that means in a school when masks are optional. Under CDC guidelines, when a student tests positive for the coronavirus, the student and those around the student will be asked to stay home for a period of 7 to 14 days, unless the COVID positive student and those around the student were all wearing masks. With masks, quarantines have generally remained isolated to the COVID positive person and maybe a couple of others around them. If masks are optional, a single case of COVID could result in an entire elementary class being quarantined at home. If masks are optional at the middle or the high school level, where students change classes all day, a single case of COVID could mean 200 plus students would have to stay home. Basically, without masks, one COVID case in a school could result in hundreds of quarantines. Understand, there are many strong opinions on masks. It's a topic that we'll never reach consensus on. To be honest, I'd love nothing more than to get rid of masks. We are all desperate to go back to normal. But after many conversations, and as we've gained a better understanding of the real impact of making masks optional, I don't think that we can responsibly do that in our schools, at least not yet. It would be risky for staff and result in large numbers of kids being forced into quarantine. Too many students can end up having to miss the same events they didn't get to enjoy last spring. And I don't think any of us want to repeat last year. So to keep schools open, keep students in class, we need to avoid large quarantines. And we can do that by keeping masks on. Please understand, this decision isn't about fear. This is about running our schools and keeping our kids out of quarantines and in class. I'm proud of our teachers and staff. Since day one, they've been dedicated to serving our students with in-person education that they deserve in a time when many schools across the country still today remain closed. I believe we owe our teachers and our school employees the respect of continuing this one small measure, while those who want to be vaccinated can get those shots and have time to develop immunity. Our district values our teachers. They go to work every day in classrooms full of kids. It's hard to imagine having an optional mask policy until each and every one of those employees who work in our schools have an opportunity to be vaccinated. While we will continue with masks, we are excited to welcome back something that's been missing from our schools: you. Be ready for the invitations to the end of year activities coming your way very soon. We're opening our schools to 50% capacity indoors and 100% at outdoor events and activities immediately. Will there be room for more flexibility when it comes to our safety protocols? Yes, absolutely, when the timing is right. I can assure you that I, along with our school board, will continue to evaluate our safety protocols and try to make the very best decisions for everyone in our schools. We came together for a strong start to the school year. We've come so far. Let's finish strong and keep our mask on to keep our kids in school.